Hey, this is Mike from Magic Beans, and I'm going to be showing you guys the UPPAbaby Cruz versus the Nuna Mixx today. These are two great stroller options. If you guys have any questions though, feel free to leave us some comments down there. We will be sure to get back to you, as well as if you want a more in-depth conversation, you can shoot us an email at questions@mbeans.com, and I will be sure to get back to you and we can converse. So both of these are great options. I just think they are very much different lifestyle options. What it usually comes down to for me is, are you using this stroller as your main form of transportation? Do you walk a lot? Do you live in a city? Do you take public transportation? The Mixx is a much more city-friendly option than the Cruz. It has a lot of suspension on its back wheels. It's got enormous rubberized wheels, something that can take multiple different terrains, but it has very similar features aside from that to the Mixx. So it's definitely just like a city-friendly version of the Cruz. It is a little heavier just due to how much suspension is built in, especially because this suspension is a real nice spring-loaded one, as well as those larger wheels. When folded, this stroller actually is able to be dragged, so it kind of makes up for the fact that it is a heavier stroller by those few small steps you have to go up to get into your building. You can drag it up them. The suspension is built for that kind of pulling. This stroller is awesome for city living. You can open it very easily with one hand, as well as close it with two without too much effort. The basket is super durable. It's actually lined, so that it's a much more padded basket. It's nothing like those traditional mesh baskets that you will find in other strollers, as well as having an optional divider, which you can see. You can pop it down if you don't need it, and there is a little zipper pocket as well, which is really nice. Makes it easy to kind of store your stuff without having too much flying about. It is also a stroller where you actually don't need a bassinet. You can put a baby straight in here. It lies entirely flat. As you can see, the footrest is flipped upward. So as a newborn, you can pop them right in this seat and just leave your house without putting baby in a car seat for too long. That is one thing that we try to push people to do. Car seats are not the best when used for long periods of time in a stroller. In a car, obviously, they're the safest option, but flat position is the safest when you're in a stroller. As you can see, you can pop the footrest down and it will become a toddler-sized stroller, a little more comfort. As well as it has one of the most easy to clean fabrics. I pulled it out earlier, but you can see there are snap buttons that it coincides with that make it so easy to pull this out and just throw it in the wash and then reattach without too much extra effort. A lot of strollers have a whole frame that you have to pull it around and tug it to make it tight and perfect. It's also got great canopies. I mean, some of the simple features that make it really nice and reliable. Nuna is also focused on their fabrics. It's a much cleaner build in terms of the fabric quality, as well as the rubberized handle is one of my favorite things that people do not pay too much attention to. It is something that can hold your stuff if you do happen to put something on the handlebar like a parent console without it slipping at all, because it's rubberized. On top of that, there is a toggle brake. This thing is awesome. Most people are used to like a flip-up brake where you have to like pinch your open-toed shoes against this brake. This one you can just toggle back and forth without hurting your little toesies. So now we are on to the UPPAbaby Cruz. This guy is a super great lightweight option with so many luxe features. It has 6-position recline, which is awesome. You can just like deal with all the minutia of getting baby comfortable in their stroller. It is a 6+ seat, but there is an optional bassinet for this one. They have one of the most intense canopies, as well as a great peekaboo window. Same with the Mixx stroller. They've also got a peekaboo window. Best part though is that it weighs like 19-20 pounds. It is a very light stroller. Those extra 4-3 pounds on the Mixx are definitely noticeable, especially because UPPAbaby did a great thing with their stroller, whereas they, number one, made it able to stand when folded. So you hit the gray buttons that are on the handlebar, you just pull them and drop it down, and you have a standing fold. Takes up very little space in your trunk or in your small apartment, if that is the case. But my favorite part really is that when lifting a stroller, a lot of companies don't put a lot of effort into distribution of weight. This thing feels like nothing when lifting up because the weight is so evenly distributed across the whole stroller frame. So it really does feel its weight. Sometimes the Mixx is a little bottom weighted, so if you lift it up from the handlebar, all the wheels are on the bottom. Pushes down on you. Storage space is great on this guy. Simple fold, but you're really buying this guy for its lightweight ability because it is not the most city friendly. It's very weak on like cobblestones and rougher terrains. There's not a lot of traction on the wheels. It's much more of an in and out of your car, occasionally go to the park, walking on like mainly paved roads, like nicely paved roads kind of stroller. But it has a lot of great features and storage capability for that kind of a stroller. And this has been Mike at Magic Beans, and if you guys have any questions, feel free. Email us at questions@mbeans.com, leave some comments down below, give us a like because that is super important, we really appreciate it, as well as subscribe to our channel. We have so many other great comparison videos and we could totally help you find what you're looking for.